Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salam alaikum and good evening, everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
Salam warahmatullah.
I hope you are all doing well and you are sitting in a peaceful place with your tired mind, because most of you have, you are beyond the work today and we are here to destroy your weekend. So sometimes it's better, when you have free time. All the time, all weekends are for you, for your families, for your friends. So you can spend one week, at least one weekend with us. And I hope that we will be making this weekend very beneficial for you. This is one of the weekend in your life which will be spending very fast, and you will be thinking that you are attending only the course during the course time, but we will engage you even after the course time. So be prepared. We are going to have a very good journey starting for those people who have just started to learn about health and safety, and for those people who are already in the field of health and safety. This course is going to give them a very strong foundation, inshallah, which they can apply in future whenever needed in their professional life or whenever it is needed in their personal life. Because safety is not a matter for professionalism or for the company. It's a matter for everyone, everywhere. Wherever we are all responsible for safety. So before starting, of course, I would like to hear from you quick your introduction, starting from your name, your company, and how much experience you have with regards to health and safety. And if you have, then tell us. If you don't have, no problem. Many times it is new thing for us. And if you have attended any other health and safety trainings before, so this will be giving me a idea that how the pace of the course we have to be proceed. Otherwise, sometimes it happens that the participants they have very basic understanding, and we are using the terminologies, we are giving the examples which are not up to their level, or sometimes the participants are very professional and we are going to have a discussion which is very basic level. So as a part of this course, it is a foundation course, it's a basic course for health and safety. So we will be keeping our level of understanding as simple as possible. The language of codes, the terminologies which are going to use during this course will be as simple as possible. But at the same time, we need to know about you. Why are you attending this course? What is your objective of the course? So then we will be proceeding further. So you are going to tell us your name, if you are working somewhere in the company, your company name and your experience, and your city where you are located now, and why are you attending this course? What is the expectation with this course when you are going to attend this course? Yes, shall we start with Mr. Naeem? Mr. Naeem, your mic is still mute. If you can just remove the mute. No, from the Zoom it is mute. There is a button. If you see the, yes, very good.
Yeah, already. My name is Naim sir. I am located in Yambo. I have 15 years experience in petrochemical industry, and still I am working in a Sabic affiliation, Ibn Rushd in Yambo, as a mechanical technician.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Any as a part of your job, you already have some technical safety training, but any other qualification in terms of safety? Do you have any other qualification?
No, it is based on my total experience. It is my first appearance as in the safety course. Before I have a permit receiver. I am permit receiver from Sabic. I have basic knowledge from them.
Very good. Yeah. Very good. Welcome, Mr. Naeem, and I hope that we will be learning from your experience, from your practical exposure which you have with some of the renowned companies. Yes, then we have Mr. Hussein Khwaja.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm a basically mechanical engineer, and I'm working with this basically a medical company, but we have a project with Royal Commission Yambo. So we're working with Royal Commission Medical Center, and we're doing a medical gas project. So in that project, we're using some aspects of the safety. So basically, I got interested with the basics of the safety. I said, why not go ahead and get certified in this? Because as on-site engineer, I have to be supervise the people sometimes, so I have to know the procedures.
Very good, excellent. So I hope, inshallah, this course will be providing you some real-time examples, some real-time requirements which are needed for the implementation at the construction and the project sites. And welcome to the course. I hope you will say that I have chosen the right course to start my safety understanding. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Atif. Mr. Atif bin Roha.
Hello, everybody. I am Atif bin Roha. I am from Tunisia. I am quality control engineer at Itelco company. I work in
Tahliya.
SWCC. Yes, I work in SWCC project. The implementation of environmental management system according to the ISO 14001.
Very good.
I am interested to attend this course because OSHA nowadays is very important in all industry.
Very good.
And
Mr. Atif, where is your current location? Are you in Yambo now?
No, I am in Al Confuda plant.
Which plant?
I work in Al Confuda plant.
It's far away, near Tabuk?
Al Confuda. It is
near Abha.
in the south.
Okay. Good. Okay, Mr. Atif, thank you.
Al
Mashallah.
Confuda.
Nice to see you again.
It is 400 kilometers. Thank you, Mr. Anis.
Okay, good. We will be discussing some more information about Tunisia. I have learned many things in last couple of months with you guys. Most of the time we have starting from Mr. Firas, Mohammed Varadi, Moiz, Wais,
Majid.
Marwan, Majid.
Yes.
We have all Tunisian engineers available with us. So I hope we will have a good time with you as well.
And the same project we work.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Marwan.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Mr. Anas. Good.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I am Marwan Shushan. I'm from Tunisia also. I work the same working of Mr. Atif. I'm quality control engineer in a Tariq company, and I'm working in the PCC project for implementation of ISO 40001 version 2015. In Tabuk.
Good.
That you know also, the safety management is very important in each company. By the way, I got the OSHA certification and AMS courses last month with you. And inshallah, I will got this OSHA certification.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, with this good team, inshallah.
Yes, mashallah, your participation in IMS course was very active. You had a very active time there, and we are also expecting the same level of participation in this course.
Inshallah.
Yes, Mr. Khaja Anwaruddin.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I am Khaja Anwaruddin. I am a civil engineer by profession. So, I have 5 years of experience on site.
Good.
So I just want to add on some additional skills. As of now, I am not much dealing with safety, but maybe in future, maybe if I join some other company, I have to look after some safety requirements. And I think as a civil engineer, I should know what are the basic safety requirements. And it is additional, it's good. Like if I have any other certification apart from civil engineering to stand out.
Exactly.
Practice,
And where is your current location now? You are in?
My current location is in Riyadh.
Okay.
I'm working for AHB. It's like Arabian Housing and Building. It's a contracting company. Mostly
Good.
we work with residential projects.
Okay, Masha, very good. So that's good, Mr. Khaja Anwaruddin. Your approach is very clear, and because nowadays companies, all the companies, they are looking for multi-skilled people. They want
Yeah.
to reduce their staff, so one person can do the job of 2-3%, and that's why uh, we have the people from various backgrounds in our different
Yes.
courses, especially from civil, mechanical, electrical side. So these guys are also learning the safety. So this will be an add-on in your existing profile, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yes, good, good. Yes, Mr. Shazib, Sayyid Muhammad Shazib.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Sayyid Mohammed Shazib. Currently I am working in training and consulting firm, and I had done ISO 9001 quality management system. I don't have much any experience about the health and safety ISO 45001, but I want to learn more and more safety procedures and documentation, and I want to make out these documents as these. So that's the main objective.
Very good, very good, excellent. Welcome, Mr. Shazib, and we hope that you will have a good learning experience with us, and
Inshallah.
as a part of your future programs for consultancy and training, it will be a good value addition in your current portfolio.
Inshallah.
Yes, Nizam, we are done with Nizamuddin, or no? Yes, Mr. Nizamuddin, please. Could you please introduce
Hello.
yourself?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nizamuddin. I'm at present in Al Hassa. I'm working as an accountant in one of our establishment. Some of my colleagues suggested me to learn this OSHA. Later on, I can enter industry, construction industry, or whatever WPR or HSC. So
Okay.
I thought of joining you.
Good, 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 good. So welcome, Mr. Nizamuddin, and we hope that this will be a good foundation course for you to learn about safety, and then you can apply this
Inshallah.
in your existing and your next jobs. All the best. And whenever you have any difficulty in understanding anything, because your background is not the technical background, so it might be possible you will find some difficulty in learning. So do not hesitate to ask, and all the best. I would request all of you, please keep your mic on silent mode if you have some other members available within the same room or the same place. Whenever you need to speak, then you can turn off the mic and mic from the silent mode, and then you can speak. Otherwise, it will create a distortion. This is the first day, and we always face this kind of issues, and after first day, the things get normalized. So this will be our practice. Yes, Mr. Jebziam. Could you please introduce yourself? Your mic is silent.
Hello, Assalamu
Yes.
alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
By the way, my name is Abdul Jabar.
Okay, good.
I'm from Riyadh. I work in Arasco company. I'm working actually now in sales department.
Good.
I have a training in safety course here in Riyadh, in our Filipino community, Bangsamoro Safety Council here in Riyadh. Actually, the training is still going on, but this time they stopped because of the situation now, pandemic, COVID-19. So my one of my friend advised me that I should take this opportunity, this OSHA training course, so that it will help me in the future, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for my future, for my family. I want to earn little bigger salary than my income this time. Inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the first step I will start. But I finished my course in degree, but bachelor in science in marine transportation, seaman.
Okay, yeah.
But I work now here in Riyadh as a sales.
In Arasco.
Yes,
Right,
Arasco.
right. Very good. Welcome, Mr. Abdul Jabbar, right? Your name
Yes.
Abdul Jabbar.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
We hope that you will have a good experience with us. Arasco is a well-known company, and the
Yeah.
safety director there, Engineer Firas, is a very good friend of mine.
Yeah. You know.
Yes. So they have a very good system for safety, but for your own professional development, it's good to you that you are attending an international course, which will be supporting you in your future for the
Inshallah.
next better job and some other opportunities as well.
Inshallah.
Yes.
Thank you.
All the time we have
Khair.
Number of Filipinos participants in our courses. So many of the Filipinos in Riyadh, they know us very well. In Yambo, they know us very well. In Jeddah. So Alhamdulillah, we are popular in Tunisian community. Apart from Indian and Pakistani community, we are also popular in Tunisian and Filipino community.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abdul Jabar.
Welcome.
Yes, Engineer Ibrahim, can we hear from you?
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you, Mr. Anas? How are you, everyone?
Alhamdulillah.
أول شيء السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. I'm Engineer Ibrahim Al-Barakati. I work as quality engineer electric in Bin Laden company in Mecca, Al-Haram project. And Alhamdulillah, this is the first time I attend occupational health and safety program because I interest to add to my experience especially in health and safety in this area and I have experience maybe 8 years in construction field. We work in a lot of sites in Mecca and Al Medina, Alhamdulillah, with Bin Laden.
Good. Very good. So welcome to you, and mashallah, you are blessed that you are in Mecca, and we are your neighbors in Jeddah. So whenever you come to Jeddah, don't forget to meet us.
Yes, Allah, Alhamdulillah, inshallah we come to Jeddah and meet you, inshallah.
Inshallah. Yes, Mr. Rushdi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I am Mohammed Rushdie. I'm working for TUV Nord. I am here located in Yamba nowadays. I have 15 years experience in oil and gas and power plant projects. I am working as QC mechanical engineer. This is first course for me in safety. I have many courses in quality, but for safety, only site orientation, safety orientation I'm familiar with, but for official courses, this is the first one.
Very good. Mr. Rushdi, welcome again to you. And we had a very good time in our last course of ISO 9001 lead auditor course. I would say Mr. Rushdi was one of the most intelligent participant we had all the time. The way he is understanding and the questions which he is going to ask, they were superb. I mean, his questions help other students as well to learn more about the topics which we discussed during the course. And I hope that he will continue the same spirit, and we will have a good learning experience with each other.
Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Maad.
Yes, Salam alaikum to you all.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I'm glad to be here and to learn from such experience you have, Mr. Anas.
Not much experience.
MashaAllah. Regarding me, I'm Muad Yahya. I'm the GM of Hudun Company. So I'm a physician by profession. And I'm being here just to learn from such experience that you have, Mr. Anas. Regarding the training experience, I'm first aid instructor training in ASHI, American Health and Safety Institute. And alhamdulillah, I have humble experience in training. So that's all.
Very good.
And I'm
very good.
I'm glad to be with you.
Sure. Dr. Mad, we welcome you. He's a very good friend of mine, and more than a friend, in fact, a very kind person. And he's now the good thing and the interesting thing about him that by profession he is doctor. He started practice and then he left his practice in hospital, and now he's highly motivated and energetic person who wants to be a good health and safety trainer. So that's why, apart from his existing knowledge about health, which is already very good, he is learning more about health and safety. So he can get, inshallah, approvals for delivering the health and safety courses as soon as possible. So welcome to Dr. Mad, and we hope that your health knowledge will be very beneficial for all of us. And when we say that he is a practicing physician, it doesn't mean that you guys starting asking that I have cough, so what tablet should I take? Today I have headache, so what should I do? So these activities are not
Thank you
free
so
of,
much for this kind.
these things are not free of cost, so you need to contact him personally, and then he can guide you what you need to do. Most of the time with this course, the people, they don't have headache, and they don't have a small problem. They will have big problem. So be ready for these things. Okay, anybody left? Okay, guys, thank you so much. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, you forgot me. Salam alaikum, everyone. This is Mudassir Khurshid. Basically,
sorry, Mudassir, मैंने आपको देखा ही नहीं।
Yeah, कोई मसला नहीं सर, मैं आपके साथ ही हूँ
बिल्कुल।
So basically, my name is Mudassir. I live in Medina Munawwara. My brother, he is working in Riyadh as a safety officer in Samsung company. So he referred me to this course. He said you should also try this course for the future, because in Saudi Arabia there's a lot of construction going on. So I thought, why shouldn't I start with this? That's all I mean.
So currently, what is your scope of job? Yeah. Your current job is for which field?
Basically, I'm a flight operation officer. I have completed my license from Pakistan. So when my father was health issues, he had a health issues. So I came back from Pakistan. So right now I'm planning to do something. So why shouldn't I do this? That's why I joined this course. Inshallah, I will learn a lot from your experience. Mashallah, I have professional guys over here. Inshallah, let's hope for the better.
Thank you, Mr. Mudassir, and we hope that this new field will be a very beneficial for you, and this will bring positive changes in your career as well. And welcome you in this course. One more gentleman with us, Mr. Afaq. He is our my friend. He is our colleague, all the time with us. Yes, Mr. Afaq.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, gentlemen. This is Afaq from HSCQ. A very warm welcome, all of you, and thank you so much for choosing HSCQ for this training. Well, my name is Afaq, and I have altogether 10 years of experience in different industry, including telecom, including FMCG, and a certification company as well. So hopefully it will be a learning experience from all of you guys, and hopefully this one of the fastest 4 and 5 days coming towards you, and it will be full of learning. You need to be here and you need to learn, inshallah. Good luck, all of you.
Thank you, Afaq. Thank you, Afaq. Mr. Afaq is also a very good trainer for IOSH courses. He used to deliver a couple of times IOSH courses with us as well. So I hope the next course we have, if he is available, if we get the inshallah opportunity, we will be utilizing his experience and his professional skills. Yes, Mr. Musa, welcome. Can you hear us?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, I hear you.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you, Mr. Nasir? Anas.
Anas. Still Anas.
Mr. Anas, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Yes,
Sorry,
could you please
please.
introduce yourself? Just quick, your name, your work, and why are you
Okay.
attending this course?
Okay, my name is Musa Barakat. I studying interior design in Al Qura University. I take this course for future, inshallah, for building in interior design and more things, inshallah.
Very good, excellent. So, how many years of experience you have now? Your work experience?
Work experience I don't have, but
you just pass out with the university.
Yes, yes.
Good.
Interesting in this.
Very good. So we need to take care of Mr. Musa. All of you are, mashallah, experienced. So he is the youngest. And let me tell you one interesting thing, that those who are the youngest, or those who are still having their academics qualification, or they have just passed out, they have more understanding of standard and lecture as compared to those who are in the practical field, because they are used to of reading books, while we as an experience, we are used to of doing the things, and we have learned too many things from our experience, which is a practical knowledge, no doubt. But when it comes to the standard, we need to follow the standard. Whenever it comes to the requirement within the examination, they don't need your experience, they need your knowledge, and the knowledge will come from the book, the knowledge will come from the lectures. So that's why I hope Mr. Musa will have a good time with us, and he will be active throughout the course. And this is your first day, that it's okay, we can ignore your delay, but from tomorrow, whatever the time we are going to start, you should be available on time, so you are not going to miss any important information, right guys? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when I ask you clear, you must say yes.
Yes, it's clear.
Otherwise,
Yes,
I
clear,
will
yes.
thinking that you are not clear. Okay, let's. I hope most of you have seen my introduction on the WhatsApp, but let me just again start with you guys that this recording is already going on. Okay, guys. My name is Anasuddin Khan, by nationality from Pakistan, here for last 5 years, overall experience of 15 years in the field of quality, health and safety, environment, and food safety, and currently involving in 3 major roles as a managerial responsibility for HSCQ and Knowledge Square Institute. We are doing the training activities. For example, I'm approved trainer for number of international bodies, and also we are doing the consultancy, so we are involved in the implementation and the development of health and safety, quality, food safety, environmental management system within different companies. And apart from these things, I'm also involved in auditing, not as most of the time, but sometimes. Before, in my experience, I have done more than 500 audits with different companies when I was working as a full-time auditor, but now I'm doing only freelance auditing, so most of the time auditings are very less. In my experience, I have delivered more than 3,000 man hours of training, which includes the public and the customized. I'm approved auditor for many international standards and many corporate companies like Unilever, Nestle, Kraft Food, Abbott, RC. So apart from these things, all the time in traveling, now in Kingdom, we have mostly projects which are inside the Kingdom. And I did some projects outside of Kingdom, which includes in Middle East, in Asian countries, in African countries. So I hope we will have a good learning time with each other. This is my, I think, 65 or 66 session of OSHA 30 hours, and a very good, interesting course. I always enjoy this course. I always learn new aspects of this standard. And the thing which I would like to share with you is those personal experiences, those practical examples, which I have seen from in many companies. In my visits, I have visited more than 300 companies, in fact, more than 300, definitely. So different companies, they have different policies, procedures, working environment, meeting different people, looking their systems, looking the companies. As an auditor, as a consultant and trainer, your learning is very fast, rather than if you are working in a company where involved in one sort of activities. So your learning about the different activities is a bit slower as compared to if you are a consultant or auditor. You will be learning very fast because of your exposure for different companies. So this is what we always try to do, to share our experience with you guys, to make the training more interesting. To have this training is like we are going to throw you in a swimming pool of knowledge. Nowadays, knowledge is everywhere. It's very easy, right? There is a lot of information available. If you just write on Google, health and safety standards, health and safety requirements, health and safety training, so you will find 1 million websites. So, and they have very good material. They have very good they have very good standards available. But from there, you cannot learn until unless you know that in which direction I have to go. Maybe you will find some standards from UK, some standards from USA, some standards from Australia or Canada. So until unless you don't have the idea where I have to go, you cannot learn about those standards in a true manner. So this standard is going to give you the direction where you have to go. When we say we are going to throw you in the swimming pool, it means that we are going to give you the basic knowledge. We are going to give you the foundation knowledge needed for the health and safety. So if you want to grow further, you will be learning more. And if you don't want to grow further, then what happened in the swimming pool if you don't know how to swim? So safety and this training especially is the same thing, that we are going to give you the flavor. This training is not an expert level training. It's a very basic level training. But if your foundation is strong, then you have a vast area to learn. You have all information available on internet and websites. So whenever you are going to learn in detail, you can learn very easily because of your familiarity with the standard. Let me give you a brief about the course. In this course, we will have 12 to 13 modules, which we will be covering during our classes. And every module will be like the modules which are initial 5 modules, I used to say. They are a bit lengthy, but after those modules, the things will be a bit shorter. So the first day and the second day will be a bit slow, in such a way that we will be doing our activities in a slow manner, but the third day and fourth day will be faster. So you will see that we have covered a lot of information. This course is accredited with OSHA Academy USA. This course is basically dependent on OSHA standard for general industry, and we will be also covering some requirement of construction. We will be discussing about what is general industry and construction industry. So this course is accredited with OSHA Academy USA, which is one of the most popular health and safety training provider in US, and we are one of their partners working in Saudi Arabia and throughout the world. We are allowed to deliver the training. So OSHA is basically American department which works under the Ministry of Labor. They call it DOL, Department of Labor. And before 9/11, this OSHA, it used to have the training by itself, and still they are conducting the training, but the training certificates or the license, these are not being issued to non-US citizens after 9/11, and these are not being issued to if you are not attending in US. So before 9/11, they used to deliver the training throughout the world, but after 9/11, they are delivering the training only in US, and they are issuing the license or the card, OSHA card, to only to the US citizens. So then they introduced that okay, if you are our accredited partner, then we will allow you. So OSHA Academy is one of their authorized training provider, and there are many other companies who are providing these OSHA 30 hours or OSHA trainings related to OSHA. The thing about OSHA that it's basically a law. So when we say law, which means that the training which is being provided to you, it is not customized. We cannot customize it because it is not our training. It is a law of a country which we have to explain to you. But how we are going to explain you, it is the difference between the other training providers and the OSHA Academy. So we have customized this course according to our knowledge, according to our experience. As I told you, this is my 65 or 66 session. So after every session, I used to review the slides, because slides are the trainer property. It is being licensed only to the trainer. That's why we will not be able to share our slides with you. Whenever you need to have any important information, you can take the picture from your mobile, or you can see from the video. So these slides are for the trainers, and trainers are allowed to make some small changes according to the need. And then when you are going to attend this training, you will have the certificate, which will be a certificate and a wallet card, which will be issued from OSHA Academy. About the attendance, you need to maintain the attendance, on-time attendance. Punctuality is very important in this course. When we say that we are professionals, when we say that we are well qualified, so it means that by default, we need to maintain our professionalism at all the time. So we need to take care of attendance, whatever we have starting time, whatever we have finishing time. Not only this start and finish time, but also we need to take care the time which is being allotted for the exercises, the time which is being allotted for the tea break or the Salah break. We will be taking a prayer break for 10 minutes in between the Maghrib and Isha. So we need to take care of this. Timekeeping is very important. And another thing which is very important is your participation. Without your participation, we cannot make this course successful. This is not a one-way communication where I'm speaking and you are listening, and after some time you will be sleeping, and then I will be talking to the walls. I will be talking, to the alone room here. So this course is for you, and you are the one who are going to make this course successful. And at the end of the day, finally, you have spent resources, you have spent finance to attend this course, you are spending time to attend this course, you are compromising your weekend. So the expectation should be high, right? That whatever you are going to learn, it should be worth reading. So your participation, your notes taking, your questioning, your participation in the exercises and the workshops and the homework are very necessary to make this course successful. And this is a short course. We will be having this course in next 4 days. So we need to compromise somewhere. There is, if you say no pain, no gain, I hope you have heard this. So we need to compromise somewhere. Yes, we understand that you are going on work in the morning time and you have your families, you have your own commitments, but this is the time which should be dedicated to this course. Exam pattern, sometimes you are going to ask, okay, how is the exam? So the exam is like MCQs based. There are 2 sections, 15 MCQs and 15 true false. At the end of the training, we will have the exam, which is 1 hour exam, and the passing marks are 70%. So if anyone is not be able to pass the exam, then in case if anyone is not going to pass the exam, we will give them one more chance free of cost. They can attend the course again. They can give the exam again with our next session. So, but it doesn't mean that if you have the chance, so you are going to fail intentionally, and then you will say that I will again attend the course. I will tell you that whatever the learning you are going to have during the first time, during the course, when we are live, so the same learning is not possible for the next time. So try to put your all efforts in the course. And one thing which I would say here, and during the course I will be repeating this thing, that forget about exam, right? Focus on the learning. If you will be thinking about exam, that how the exam will be, this is my first time exam, if I will fail, then my money will be wasted, and if I am not be able to give the exam, then what will happen? Forget about these things. You will get the certificate, right? If not this time, next time, no problem. There are many occasions in our life where we are going to have disappointment. So if you are going to fail, no problem. But the main important thing that you should have a learning experience, which you are going to apply. When you are going to, I have seen many of my colleagues and some other people as well having a lot of courses. If you see their file, it's like 25 courses, 30 courses. When you are going to ask them, when they are sitting in the interview, zero. So don't become like that you have the training certificates available, but you don't have the information. The main thing, if as an employer, I'm also involved with some companies as a consultant to hire the safety departments. So when we are taking the interviews, our focus is not on the certificate, our focus is the knowledge which you have. Because when you are in a company, nobody will ask you about your qualification. They will see your work in ground, they will see your practical approach. So you have to keep in mind, yes, sometimes this is your first course, this is your first course about health and safety, so you will be feeling a bit hesitation. But this hesitation will be will be gone on, I hope, after this today's session. You will be feeling a bit comfortable. And don't hesitate, as I told you, we are all here to learn. Don't think that I'm a fresh, I have less experience, this is my first job, so if the I will ask some question, so the other are going to have laugh on me, or they are going to make joke for me. It's not like thing. We are all here to learn, right? It might be possible on some occasions when you are going to ask the question and I'm not be able to give the answer, so I will say, "Oh, sorry, I don't know, I will go and I will check and I will back to you again." So don't hesitate in these things. The more you are going to ask, the more you are going to learn. So certificate arrival time after the course. Normally the soft copy of certificate they used to send, because first we check the examination and then it goes to the OSHA Academy USA, where they are going to verify our marking. After they are going to be satisfied, they are going to release the certificates for successful candidates. Normally it takes around 2 weeks, 15 days time. And after that, once they are going to send the soft copy of certificate, then they are going to send the hard copies. And due to current situation of pandemic, the certificates are taking more time, because in UK and in USA the offices are not going to be open all the week, all the time. They are, for example, this OSHA Academy, they used to have courier service only twice a week. So we need to compromise somewhere. So once your soft copy certificate will be available, we will share with you as soon as possible. So once the hard copy will come, we will courier you at your location. We will ask you for your address. If you will provide us full address, we will courier you as soon as possible once we receive. This is for you. We are not going to make delays in these things, but we are also like dependent on others and for the purpose of certificate. Certificate validate, I will show you how you are going to validate your certificate, or how you are going to verify your certificate. This is one of the questions. Sometimes when you are attending the course, it is in your mind that the training which I'm going to attend, if it provides a real certificate, because in market every kind of training providers are available. We also get too many calls that we need 50 certificates, can you send us by tomorrow? If we will give you the list, we are starting new project tomorrow and our client has stopped the project, so we need 100 certificate. Whatever cost you are going to tell us, we will be giving you. Please print the certificates. So you should be confident that whatever certificate you are going to take, it is a genuine, it is a real, not the fake certificate. So you should know how to validate. And I would also request you that once you will receive your certificate, inshallah, after successful passing the exam, you should verify it, right? 99% it's a chance that it will be verified, but sometime if there is a typo mistake, you can inform us at the same time to our team, so we can ask OSHA Academy to make the correction, right? So sometimes in the interviews, when you are going to give the interview, your employer, your interviewer, he is going to ask you the question, how do I know if your certificate is real or fake? So if you are confident, we have seen that in Aramco Sabik, many of our participants they have told them with confidence that our certificate is real. You can, sir, you can verify now. So they are going to make the verification, and then they get satisfied and they are getting the jobs. So it's a very good thing that you and your employer should be confident about these things. Way forward after this course, what we need to do next, right? Some people, they started asking the questions for next step before the attending of this training. So I will tell them that what you need to do the next. Let's see how to make the verification of your certificate. You can see that this is one of the sample certificate which we used to have. There will be your name, and then the logo of OSHA Academy and approved training provider. These are the topics which we are going to cover. It is written here that it's a 30 hours. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
So you can see this is the logo of OSHA Academy. This is the logo of approved training provider. You can verify it from the OSHA Academy website as well, that we are their approved training provider. This will be your name. Here it is written, it's a 30 hours occupational health and safety course for general industry. If you are going to have the certificate for construction, so the same thing, but here it will be the construction, and here will be the training topics which we are going to cover. And the important thing, the how to verify this is with this link, with this QR code. If you are going to scan this QR code on your mobile, you will go to the link where you can just write your student number and it will be verifying. If you don't have the QR code available in your mobile, so you can write this link, the last line, oshaacademy-atp.com/verify. Then he will ask you the validation code. You are going to write this code, which is written here, 14204-176, whatever. And then there will be a window coming which shows that your certificate is verified. For example, if you want, I can show you now, or you can do it by yourself. I will share in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Yes, we have both option available. See, for the training, the option available is to have the training in English, somehow in Urdu as well, Hindi or Urdu. But for the exam, we have the option available for Arabic as well. So no problem, we can make the exam in Arabic and you can give the exam in Arabic, no problem, right? But then don't ask me to give the exam in Urdu, right? Then we will not be able to facilitate you. Way forward, after this course, what we need to do, you will have number of choices after this course to make your career further. If you want to learn more in the safety field, if you are going to choose UK based qualification, you should go for IOSH Managing Safely, which is a very good, excellent course to learn about the management of safety. In OSHA course, we are going to learn about the requirements of standard or the requirements of legal law, which is OSHA from USA. And in IOSH, we are going to learn how to manage this safety in our company. When you are responsible as an engineer, as a supervisor, as a manager, you are responsible for health and safety. So this contains how to do the risk assessment, how to apply the controls, how to do the accident investigations, how to do the performance measurement about the safety, how to write the reports, how to do the inspections. These are the topics which are not included in your OSHA course. So we recommend our participants that those who have already attended the IOSH Managing Safely course, they should go for the OSHA, and those who have attended the OSHA, they should go for the IOSH. Why? I will tell you later on. Then we have lead order course for health and safety, which is 45,001, which is also a very good course for management staff, those who are going to have to seek managerial positions. So for the management of health and safety, this 45,001 lead order course for those organizations who are already certified or who wants to implement this standard in their company, this is a very good course for them. Then we have NIBOSH HSW, Health and Safety at Work, which is also same like almost the IOSH Managing Safety course. Then we have NIBOSH IGC, a very popular course, and if you want to earn a good position in safety, nowadays it has become a requirement, right? In many of the companies that they need NIBOSH IGC. But NIBOSH IGC is not easy. for the fresh guys or those who don't have the experience for health and safety. So that's why we used to say NIBOSH has two parts, GC1 and IGC2. So in GC1 is same like IOSH managing safely, management of safely, right? Which you have already learned in IOSH managing safely. GC2 is the hazard identification and the risk assessment and the precautions controls we are going to discuss in the OSHA course. So if you have OSHA and IOSH, then this NIBOSH IGC will become very easy for you. I mean, I don't say that very easy, but a bit easier for you, because you will know the terminologies, you will know that what are, for example, here we are going to discuss one topic in with the book 3 pages or 2 pages. In NIBOSH, the same topic is being discussed in 5 pages, 6 pages. So you can say that the higher form of this course, IOSH and OSHA, if we combine together, this is our NIBOSH. Then there is NIBOSH diploma, which is another higher qualification, and then level 6 diploma. And finally, if you want to learn more, you can go for the masters in health and safety. If you are going to improve your career in USA based qualification, you can go for NFPA fire safety course, you can go for the electrical safety course. We have also introduced 2 new electrical safety courses. One is the electrical safety for engineers and supervisors, and another is the NFPA electrical specialist course, which is the 40 hours course for electrical, a very detailed course. Those who are electrical engineers or electronics engineers and they want to learn more about electrical safety and to get the NFPA CESP qualification, for them this course is very important and very helpful. Then we have OSHA Academy 132 hours course, which you can attend online. We also do this, but as a customized, not the full classes. You have to study by yourself, and then we do some lectures with you. Then we have ASP and CSP, which is CSP is considered as the highest qualification in terms of health and safety, which is American based. So Alhamdulillah, we are in our trainer pools, we have the people available who are MSc Health and Safety, who are CSP certified. They are always with us in on training purposes, advisory level, and whatever courses we are going to develop, they are the part of the team. So these are some of the courses which you can attend, and you can see some of our popular courses, although we have more than 100 courses available. But these are like NIBOSH, IOSH, we have high field, we have IRCA, lead auditor, internal auditor courses, first aid, food safety, energy management, risk management courses, firefighting, we have electrical safety courses, we have ASP, CSP preparation classes, we have PMP classes. So, and there is a lot of courses, and we also do the customized courses for different companies according to their need, according to their level of understanding. So this is all about the introduction of the course. And if you have any question, I would suggest that whenever we are speaking, if I'm speaking, you should keep silent. And if you have any question which needs to be asked related to the same topic, then you can raise your hand and I will give the answer for your question. And I will try that after each slide, I will ask you if you have any question. So your commitment and your communication with the course is very necessary. So we don't want to go very fast that the things will go from your head. We want the things should go in your head, so you can learn and you can have a good understanding about this course. Yes, guys, any question? No questions? Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, Mr. Rushdie, please.
Yes, as you know, almost of us not deeply in safety working, yani. But for the next course in safety, for people not working in safety, what your suggestion?
As I told you already, that if you have attended the OSHA course, you should go for the IOSH, and after that go for the NIBOSH. Apart from these courses, you can, if there is a requirement, you can go for the first aid course, you can go for the fire safety course. But the sequence or the steps are like OSHA, IOSH, and then NIBOSH. This OSHA and IOSH, you can have one course as first course and the other as second course. And then if you want to proceed your career in terms of health and safety, or you don't want to proceed your career in health and safety, but you need to have a recognized qualification which could be helpful for you in your next job to finding your job. For example, you're going to apply in a managerial position or the project manager position or the site in charge position. So you need to have experience of many things. For example, you already have the experience of quality. This Marwan, Atif, these are all basically they are the quality engineer is their title, but they are doing the activities of environment. So environment, quality, safety, these are all interconnected in the companies nowadays. That's why the companies, they have HSC department, QHSC department, like us, HSCQ, health, safety, quality, environment. So that's a very good combination. And finally, you need to have multi-skilled, right?
Thank you.
And also we will keep you updated with our upcoming courses. Inshallah, we are starting the Nibosh course from 21st or 20th of this, and the IOSH will be from 25th. I think next weekend is for the IOSH. So if anyone is interested, you can contact us and we'll provide you information. Yes, guys, you forget me. Yeah, sorry. Yes, Engineer Ibrahim is also in QC. Yes, we don't forget anyone, but sometimes you have to remind me that you are available. So don't hesitate, right? Shall we proceed further?
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Or you want to take the break? We will take the break after 10 minutes. Let's start the things, and then by the time there will be also the prayer time in Jeddah and Yambo. So then we will take the break for 10 minutes. We can pray and we can start our activities. Right? Any problem?
Okay.
Yalla, let's start with a poll. I want you to check what is the level of your knowledge at the moment. This poll is not totally depending on health and safety. It's a very basic questionnaire which will give us the idea that where we are standing, and then I will tell you that where we are, we need to go after at the end of this course. Right? You will have 5 minutes to 10 minutes time. I hope you will do it before, because it's only the true and false. Just keep your screen, watch your screen. There will be one thing which is going to be appear, and you have to select. Okay, you have to accept this. Yalla. Can you see some questions?
True.
So
yes, I can see.
You will find many kind of things which will be appearing on your screen time to time. So don't get confused. Let's start. If you don't know the answer, no problem. Still select any true or false or whatever the option you are going to select. We will be discussing the output. There is no marks for this poll, just to check our information and knowledge, whatever we have. Hurry up, guys. Surah. As I told you that we are going to start our OSHA 30 hours course, first module. This OSHA course is considered as one of the most popular health and safety course in Saudi Arabia and other countries, including Middle East countries, because American standards are popular all over the world. And it's a very precise course, very simple, in such a way that the language which is being used in the standard is a bit technical. We have tried our best to make it more simpler for you, so you can know the basic requirements, right? And then you can, if you want to proceed further, you can proceed further in the health and safety. So let's start with the first slide. Who is responsible for safety? Yes, guys.
Everyone is responsible for safety.
Everyone is responsible for safety. Then why need to have the safety manager, safety department, safety engineer?
He is just to manage all things, but it is responsibility of everyone. A manager alone
There
cannot
should be someone who supervises the safety.
Okay. Right. Any other?
Safety manager and top management.
Safety manager and top management. See, I did not ask you that who is responsible for safety in the company. I ask you a general question. In your home, do you have safety manager available? When you are with the family, do you have the safety officer available?
No.
In your company, if you don't have the safety department available, then which means that for us, no need to follow the safety because we don't have the safety department. It's not like the case. We as a gentleman, we as a professional, we as a person who is normal, having some common sense available, we are all responsible for health and safety, not only for ourselves, but also we are responsible for
others,
for others who are associated with us or who are under our control or who are under our influence, right? So we are all responsible for health and safety, but definitely safety manager or safety department role is to work as a consultant. They are the one who have the expert knowledge, they are the one who have the expert experience, and they are going to give us the guidelines, they are going to give us the procedures and the policies which we can adopt and then we can perform, because everyone cannot be the expert of health and safety unless he is going to have studies about these things, to have experience about these things. So what are the expectations from safety department or the safety manager is to develop the guidelines, policies and procedures and train us, right? Because some of you, for example, you are from mechanical side, some of you are from civil, some of you are from electrical side. So your main job or your main title is not the safety officer, safety engineer, safety manager. It is their responsibility in the companies that they need to provide us the knowledge and awareness so we can become safety conscious. And those companies where we have such kind of system where the knowledge awareness and the safety awareness is common, the persons who are working, they are more motivated, they are more productive, they have good morale all the time, and they understand the level of health and safety, and they understand that what are the requirements, and this also reflects in their personal life. For example, when we have a child and he is going to put his finger in the electrical socket, what are you going to do? Are you going to wait for the safety department?
No, we will stop him immediately.
Exactly.
We will stop him.
Very good. We are going to stop him. We are going to explain him. We are going to, if he is not be able to understand, if he is a small kid, then maybe we are going to make some strictness on these things. But because we know that his life or his action is incorrect, his life or the action which he is going to take is the unsafe action. So that's why we are going to make the counseling. We are going to stop him. Right? So, guys, again, I would request you to make the mic on to make your mics on. Very good. Thank you. So, whenever we have the child available, we are going to guide him. We are going to stop him. We are going to make him the counseling because we love him. We take care for them. So similarly, those who are with us in the company, whenever we are going on the road, when we see the accident, we try to help the victims. Sometimes it is possible and sometimes it's not possible when you are on highway. But you don't feel comfortable, you feel sympathy for them, right? So similarly, because this is something which is in our mind from our God, that this indicator is built in as far as our machine, as far as our design is concerned, this safety precautions are built up in our mind. Those people having the common sense, they are going to learn the safety, they are going to follow the safety very quickly. But the problem is that many of the people or the common sense is not the common. So that's why we are having too many accidents. That's why we are too many on the roads. When we are going on the roads, we have too many cameras, because if you are not going to follow the safety by yourself, then the regulatory authorities, they are going to put the safety by enforcement, right? So still, if we see that in the kingdom, the highest rate of deaths per day, you know, throughout the world. The highest rates of deaths on road accident per day is in Saudi Arabia, where we are all living, which is being improved in last couple of years, but still 16, 17 deaths per day. I'm not talking about these lockdown time. I'm talking about the regular time, right? So we need to focus, and that's why we will be seeing that there are a lot of cameras available on not only on highway but also on the streets which are inside, just to make you sure that if you are going to violate, you have to pay the penalties, you have to pay the garama and chalan, whatever you say. So clear, safety is everyone's responsibility, and the safety department, their role is to act as a consultant, to act as a trainer for us. They are the one who are going to develop and guide us so we can implement those things, right? Safety is our ethical responsibility. If somebody says, or if nobody says, if somebody is watching us, if nobody is watching us, safety is our ethical responsibility. It is not the management responsibility only, right? Clear? Any question?
Clear.
Very good. When you say, okay. So you can see now this slide that OSHA most cited violations. There are number of violations which are being reported annually to OSHA, because OSHA job is to do the inspection. Their job is to keep an eye on health and safety, accidents, and the reportings of accidents. So every year they used to issue the list of their violations which are being carried out in USA. Always remember, OSHA is responsible for USA, not the Saudi Arabia or any other country, right? So OSHA released the list of their violations every year. So if we can see that this list contains the first or the most cases which have been reported for safety are for the fall protection. The people, when they are working at height, they were not following the requirements of health and safety. For example, they are not wearing the PPEs which are needed for working at height. For example, safety harness, safety belt, or any other requirements which are needed to work on height. So fall protection, and then hazard communication, which is related to hazardous material, hazardous chemicals. Scaffolding accidents, you can see that more than 3,000 violations have been reported. Respiratory protection, logout, tagout, ladder violation, power industrial trucks, fall protection, machine guarding, and personal protective and life-saving equipment. So these are the top 10 violations. There are, that there is a long list for number of violations, but these are the top 10 violations. So my question is that what do you think in our kingdom, which of the violation we have? What are the top 3 violations in the kingdom?
Falling from height.
Okay.
Scaffolding and logout, tagout.
Scaffolding, logout, tagout. Very good. Yes. Any other? You can speak.
Respiratory.
Okay. Respiratory, PPEs, and life saving.
I think also personal protectivity.
Personal protective, because you are working on site on construction, so you are going to see every time the people are violating the requirements of PPEs.
Fall protection.
Fall protection, very good. What about others? Yes,
scaffolding and ladders. We have a lot of problem with this. In Bin Laden, we have a lot of people die every.
Yes.
Because they not follow the safety rules.
No, many people who are dying in haram projects, they think that if we die in haram, we will go to Jannah. So that's why they are going to jump from height. It's not the case of Bin Laden. It's the case that where they are working. Yes, it's a myth.
I think tools, the violation.
Very good. Scaffolds, very good. Yes, guys, you are all correct. Why you are all correct? Because every country, the labor are same. The mentality of labor is same in every country. We cannot say that the labor of China are well qualified and the labor who are in, in the kingdom, they are non-qualified. So that miskin guy, he is labor because he does not have the qualification. He does not have the knowledge and the awareness. That's why he is still labor. Otherwise, he will be engineer, supervisor, manager, right? So the cases in kingdom are almost the same. Not only the kingdom, throughout the world, the violations of safety are almost the same. Maybe in the kingdom, the first or the most cases which are coming, I hope it will be from scaffolding, and then the fall protection, maybe then the hazard communication is the second one or the third one. So the sequence of this numbering could be changed, but the issues are same. Agreed or no?
Agreed.
Agreed, but the sequence, the first is personal protective and life-saving equipment.
Agreed. Right. Because the
then
more
scaffolding, then lockout, tagger, fall protection.
Yes, exactly. So in every country, even if you are in Pakistan or in India or in Bangladesh or wherever you are working, the top 10 will be the same. The sequence could be the different, because everywhere the level of the workers' competence is almost the same. The behavior, the attitude of the workers everywhere is same. We need to push them all the time. We need to force them. We need to make the counseling and awareness session for them so they can learn and they can grow. Why we are going to discuss these things in our course? Any idea?
Because in future we will face these all problems.
Very good. In future. Yes, Mudassir.
Yeah, because we are mostly dealing with the labor in the site, because they are the one who are working safely and unsafely.
Exactly.
That's why.
Yes, very good. Because we will be responsible for the workers. It might be possible that we will be responsible to develop the procedures and policies for them. Safety is all about workers. Those people who are sitting in the offices, they are already safe. Mostly 95% of the safety is for the workers who are working on site, on machine. They are the one who are the first line of control. They are the one who are our frontline commanders, who are always under the health and safety threats, right? So why we are going to discuss these topics in our OSHA 30 hours course? Because these are the issues in USA. So that's why OSHA, which is the Ministry of Ministry of Labor, OSHA has decided that we need to spread the awareness on these topics to our people, right? Whenever we have the system called training, before the training, we need to have what we need to have? We need to have training need analysis or training need assessment. Training need comes from where? Due to some activities, due to your future projects, due to your future plans. That's why you are attending the training, right? So you can learn and you can apply this thing. So when the people who are working on site, they want to work on, they are planning to work, or they are already working on site, to protect them, they should know these basic requirements. And almost these all topics are covered in your course. That's why we are going to discuss this slide, because this is the training need. Because OSHA has reported that there are many accidents in these areas. So that's why we should train our people who are going on site. Before going on site, they should learn about this OSHA 10 hours or OSHA 30 hours topics, right?
Right.
Any question?
Right. Let me mind to add something, Mr. Ahmed.
Yes, please.
There is a report published by Saudi Occupation Safety and Health. Also, they mentioned is 50% of the accident occur in the construction industry.
Exactly.
And they the first three things that you mentioned in the slide: fall, hazard communication, because there's a lot of accidents due to lack of communication of the hazard, and also scaffolding, because the fall is the top at the top of the accident. And this analysis based on the report that provided to GOSI.
Exactly. Very good. So now this is endorsement about our thing, that in every country, or especially in Saudi Arabia, the issues are almost the same. because the labor level is same, right? And that's why these topics are going to discuss in your course, so you can get awareness about these topics and you can apply these topics in your companies, right? Yes, the next question is, what is legislation and what is regulators? Legislation, can anyone tell me what is legislation, or what are the legislators, or who are the legislators? Legislation
The
in
law,
Arabic, in Qanun.
legislation, law, and the legislators, lawmakers.
Very good, excellent. And what about the regulators?
The person who regulate the things, the laws.
For example,
who makes it apply in the practical
For example,
field.
SFDA is the regulator for the food and drugs in Saudi Arabia.
Very good. Right, right. Any other guys, if you want to add something? Who are the legislators in kingdom?
Also, Majlis Shura, and normally by the king or the ministries. Also, they have some directives.
Excellent, excellent. See, in kingdom, we have the system of shura. So those people who are the part of ministry, they are having shura, and whenever there is a need for any legislation, they make the legislation and they submit it to the king, and the king or the prince, they are going to approve this legislation, and then it becomes our legal requirement. And those people who are responsible to implement this legislation, these are the regulators. For example, police, for example, SFDA, for example, labor inspector, for example, health and safety inspector from the ministry, they are all responsible, they are all regulators. But the members of Shura, they are the legislators.
Legislators, they are the legislators.
So regulator is not going to teach you about the legislation. Have you seen any time that the police shurta, he is going to stop you and then he is going to guide you that this is the requirement you have to follow, you have to follow? No. Because when it becomes a legal requirement which is understood, it is now your responsibility to learn about the legal requirements about your country, wherever you are going to stay, wherever you are going to live. Rather than they are going to tell you, they have the system available for training, they have the system on website available where the requirements are mentioned. But you are supposed to know these things whenever you are going to have the relevant activities. So what are the health and safety laws in Saudi Arabia? Can anyone tell me? Do you apply health and safety laws in Saudi Arabia?
You have to wear mask when you are going
No. This is the requirement of law. What are the names of? Yes, Dr. Mat, Ibrahim, Mr. Naeem. What are the health and safety laws of Saudi Arabia?
I have no idea.
No idea who made these type of laws for health and safety.
Okay, that's why we are asking this question, so you can have the idea, right? So the thing is, unfortunately, still we don't have a single law of health and safety which can be applied for any kind of organizations or companies. There are very good laws available in the kingdom, but these are all spread. Now they have introduced last year in 2019, they have introduced the law from Ministry of Social and Labor Development, which is called MSLD, Health and Safety Law. But still it is only applicable for those areas or those companies who are in the industrial areas, those who comes under the Mudan, or those who are situated under Sanaya, right? So MSLD, Ministry of Social and Labor Development, they have the health and safety law, and it's a very good health and safety law. It is almost the same like ISO 45001 standard, which the requirements are like to develop policy, risk assessment, manual, roles and responsibilities, internal audits, worker participation. Everything is same like 45,000. Then we have some other laws. For example, we have the Royal Commission available. So Royal Commission, they have their own laws. Aramco, Sabiq are not less than the ministries in Kingdom, right? Although they are the companies, but they act like a ministry. So they have their own legislations for health and safety. So those contractors, service providers who are associated with Aramco, Sabiq, they are required to follow their requirements. Then we have civil defense, like the Fal Madni. They have the fire safety and electrical safety requirements. Like in USA, we have NFPA. In Kingdom, we have civil defense. So there are number of laws available. There are some requirements from what you call it, labor law. There are some requirements of health and safety available. For example, what should be the working hours, what should be the overtime, uh, responsibility for providing the clean water uh, for the employees, responsibility of having the drinking water and the toilets available within the companies according to number of employees. Uh, these are something related to health and safety are also available in our labor law, although it has many laws, many requirements, but some of the health and safety requirements are also discussed in labor law, and many of the requirements is like mainly MSLD, health and safety law, and then we have civil defense, the Fal Madni, who also have the requirement for health and safety. Then we have Baldia. They also have some requirements for the building infrastructure. Without Baldia license, you cannot work in company. You cannot run a company. So there is also some requirement for building designing, which is also from the Fal Madni. It must be approved with certified NFP inspector. So there are some requirements which are available, but as I told you, still these are scattered, not in one place. So that's why it's not very common. But as a health and safety professional, as a health and safety responsible person, you should know it might be possible that tomorrow when you are going to apply in a company, they will ask you that we don't know anything about health and safety laws in Saudi Arabia. What are the laws available? So you should know at least the name, so you can search on their website and you will get the relevant law, right? It might be possible that company will ask you, okay, we need to start health and safety system. So what are the requirements? So always remember, international standards will come as second important or second priority. The legal laws of your country, of your state are the first priority to follow, right?
Right.
Whenever you get confused in between that, do I need to follow the OSHA standard or I need to follow the health and safety law of Saudi Arabia? So to which you are going to give the preference?
Law of land.
Law of land. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Right? These standards are very good, state of art, international best practices, but these are not the law of land. These are not the mandatory requirement to follow. So we will take them for our improvement purpose, but the main requirement which needs to follow is our own state laws, which are for the health and safety. Now, Mudun, they are making the fines for 35,000 if they are going to see the violations again during the next visit. They are going to give the fines like 5% of all the employees' salary. So the authorities are now, for last 1 year, 2 years, they are becoming very active, and you will find that those people who are working in the companies, the Mudan, now they have more mashallah professional people. Before Difal Madni was responsible, but unfortunately the level of Difal Madni about the health and safety knowledge was less as compared to their fire knowledge they have, because they are mainly firefighters, police, security. They have the main roles. So now in Mudan, they are hiring a very good engineers, PhD doctors who are having very good information and knowledge about health and safety. So when they are going to come visit your company, they are going to give you some value addition, and they are going to give you the penalties if you are not following the requirements of health and safety. Clear?
Clear.
Yeah, sir. What is Mudan? Can you tell me?
Sorry?
In Saudi Arabia.
Mudan.
What is Mudan?
MODON, right?
Ministry of Development for Industries, something like those areas which are going to fall under the industrial areas, right? Right. When you are living in Medina, Medina has, I think, one industrial area or two industrial areas. So the authority who are going to manage administratively to these industrial area is the Mudan.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, but those companies which are not located within the industrial areas, Mudan is not responsible for them. So the laws of the Mudan are not being applied on them, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's start. OSHA stands for
Occupational Safety and Health Administration.
Very good. OSHA is Occupational Safety and Health Administration. It is an agency of US which works under Department of Labor, DOL. Like we have the ministries, they call it department. It was formed in 1971 and have more than 200 offices and over 2,000 inspectors within US. So they are very active. They have some roles, they have their missions. The main mission for them is to inspect the companies, to check as a regulatory body, to check if the companies are following the requirements of OSHA standard or no. Another role or another mission for them is to develop the companies according to the requirements of health and safety. For example, you are going to start a new company, so you may be possible you don't have any information about health and safety laws which are applicable to you. So you are going to request OSHA that please guide us that which of the laws are applicable to our scope of company, and then they are going to guide you, right? And they are going to guide you. It might be possible that they will guide you directly, or they will ask you to go to our approved consultant. So they are the one who are going to guide you about the health and safety requirements. And the third role for them is to provide the awareness. As I told you, they also conduct the training within US. Time to time, they have OSHA training available where they are going to provide the training to the people who are working in different companies. They have their schedule available. Anyone who wants to join, they can submit the fees and they can join, and to meet the requirements of OSHA regulations. So mainly they have three roles. One is to provide the inspection activities. Second is to provide the guidance or the consulting to the companies. And the third role is to manage the right. So they are very strong body. They make the challan very strong. Any question? Yes, guys. Any question?
Yeah. So if you do the OSHA standard courses, you can become an instructor after doing their courses or anything like that.
This OSHA standards training are being provided by some training providers, right? Those bodies who are affiliated with OSHA as approved training providers. So they have their own requirements to become the trainer. For example, if you want to become OSHA 30 hours trainer, then you need to have their body like OSHA Academy. They have set the requirement that you must be 132 hours OSHA available with you. You should have the training experience available. And then sometimes they also focus on, they say that you should have like NIBOSH qualification available. Then they are going to approve you as a trainer to deliver these courses, right? So it doesn't matter that what is the regulatory requirement. It is more important that to become the trainer for any accreditation or the certifying body, you should meet their requirements, because you will be delivering the course from some platform, right? Not from the ministry directly.
I see. Thank you for your answer.
Okay. So what are the OSHA standards? We have four main standards of OSHA which are being applied in US, right? Always remember when I say US, which means US. Don't think that all the requirements of OSHA we are also applying here in the kingdom. No, we are not going to apply the requirements. But most of the companies, they follow OSHA standard in kingdom, right? Why they are following the OSHA standard? Because Aramco, Sabic, they all have
the American standards. Aramco before it was with the partnership of American. So when the American came in 1970s, they brought their standard of health and safety. So from that time, OSHA or American standards are popular in terms of health and safety. So this is one of the reason why the kingdom is still they don't have the full law for health and safety, because many of the companies or the bodies, they thought that since we have the standard from America available, so no need for us to develop this law. But as in every field, you should have your own requirements available, you should have your own integrity available. So similarly in safety also, they feel that some of the requirements of OSHA, due to the change in culture, due to the geographical change as compared to US, these are not applicable for us. So that's why they are developing their system for health and safety. So OSHA is mainly 4 types of standard. Number 1 is the general industry, number 2 is the construction, number 3 is the maritime and agriculture. General industry and construction are the most popular, while maritime is specific to the maritime and agriculture is specific to the agriculture field. And then there are some most frequently cited standards, those standards which are specific for specific requirement. They are not the full standards like these 4 standards. So, but they are the requirements which are also being published by OSHA, and these are available on the OSHA website. So what are the codes for these standards? Definitely when you are a child, your parents, they keep your name, which is a code basically to call you. So if your name is Mohammed, so this is the name or the code which is being fixed by your parents. So we are going to call you Mohammed, right? So similarly, OSHA also put some codes for their regulations, which starts from OSHA General Industry 1910. When we say this 1910, don't confuse, it is not the year of publication, right? This OSHA 1910 is not the year of publication. This OSHA was started in 1970s. So how is it possible to have the year of publication 1910? It is only the code for general industry. Then we have the code for construction, which is 1926. Then we have the code for maritime, which is 1915, and maritime terminal 1917, 1928 for the agriculture, and so on, so on, so on. Right? It's a full series of 1900 for the OSHA health and safety standards. So as a safety officer, safety engineer, safety professional, we should know that which kind of OSHA standards are applicable to us. So since we are focusing on our general industry standard, so 1910, we will be following 1910. But if you are in construction, you should follow 1926. But keep in mind that the 80% of requirement for construction and general industry are almost same. General industry discuss about accident, general industry discuss about fire, electrical, safety, working at height. Similarly, construction also discuss these topics. So if you see the book, I hope you all have the book available with you in soft copy, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have.
In the book, if you will see the last 3 chapters, these are for the construction. And all the chapters which are from 1 to 13, I think, these are for the general industry and construction both. These are things, right? So we have made one book. So if we are delivering the OSHA general industry or the construction, the book will be same. And those people who are learning the general industry, if they need some information about the construction codes, they can also see the same book and they can work on the construction side. Similarly, the certificate or the examination which is going to come for general industry and construction, it is 90% is same, right? Some of the questions are different, which we will be covering here also in our course. So those people who are interested to get the certificate of OSHA 30 hours construction, they can inform us before the exam, so we can give them the exam of 30 hours. And those who are interested in OSHA 30 hours general industry, they can inform us so we can give them the exam of OSHA 30 hours, right? General industry. Always remember, general industry is the most common in oil and gas, chemical, textile, everywhere, pharmaceutical, general industry is applicable. But in construction, on projects, on architecture side, this construction is required. So for those who are going to have the general industry, they have the broad scope available, but those who are in the construction, they can go for the construction. It would be more, I think more worth for them. Sometimes the participant, they apply for both certificates. So this is another thing, you have to give 2 exam at the end, and then we can process for you for 2 certificates. There is a cost for the second certificate which we are going to charge with you, and at the same time you can get 2 certificates with 1 course only. Okay, this we can discuss later on. OSHA reporting. Whenever you are dealing with OSHA in America, you need to provide some information to the authority. Like in our case, in Kingdom, we have the GOSI, right? In our case, we have the system available for employees, all information. There is one system called Upshare, which is for the individuals, right? And there is another system which is for the organization. What is the name of that system? Yes, Dr. Maat.
Upshare Business?
No, not. Sorry?
There is
Kalna? No.
Yes, there is Upshare for Business, and there is also through the GOSI portal, actually, you want to report.
Okay, Upshare for Business. Mukim.
Yes,
what is Mukim?
Mukim, I don't have full information about it, but this is for the resident in Saudi Arabia to go there for some information.
Okay, whatever it is. So we can say our GOSI or our Upshare for Business. This is one of the portal where we are going to provide all information about our all employees, their salary, their zakah, everything is being calculated there, right? Ikama expiry, exit entry, whatever, issuance of passport or the ID card. Every database, all the database is available in this portal. Similarly, in America, they have the portal available for occupational health and safety, which is called OSHA portal, right? OSHA portal, where the companies are required to report, right? But who are going to report? Like a small bakala, like a small shop, are they also going to report the health and safety performance? So the answer is no. Companies having 10 or more than 10 employees in last 1 year, they are the one who are going to report OSHA about their health and safety performance. Even if you don't have any accident, if you don't have any major or minor injury, still you have to submit the report online. So the OSHA will get all the updates about the companies or about the violations or about the reports what are going on. So that's why you have seen that they have the, for example, where they have, we discuss about the slide, the violations, 7,000 violations, 4,000 violations. From where it came? It came because the companies are required to report to OSHA if they are having 10 or more than 10 employees available in their company, right? So in case of accident, whenever you have the major injury where 3 or more people are going to injured and or they are going to get hospitalized, we need to report the OSHA within 24 hours, right? For example, if your finger is going to be cut, it's out of the body, or your hand is going to be cut, which we call it, or your eye is going to be lost, we call it permanent loss. So in this case, we need to report OSHA within 24 hours. And by the way, it is also the same requirement to our GOSI. Okay, in industry, if you have any accident, you have to report to GOSI. Have you seen sometimes that if they don't have the registration available with GOSI, the hospitals are not going to entertain them, because the hospital cannot admit them until unless you are going to report the GOSI. The hospital will check if this data is available on the GOSI platform, and then they are going to provide you all the facilities free of cost, because they will charge with the GOSI, right? So similarly, if there is a fatality, there is a death in the company due to occupational health and safety activities, any of the employee is going to have death, then we need to report OSHA within 8 hours, right? In case of death, within 8 hours. In case of permanent loss or serious accident for 3 or more than 3 employees, within 24 hours. Even if it is a weekend, we need to follow the same pattern. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear.
Okay, but always remember this is for America, not for India. Now,
Yes.
how to report OSHA or how we are going to fill the reports. You can see one of the sample here, OSHA form 301. Right? OSHA form 301.
Yes.
OSHA form 301 is about the injury or illness incident report. That it gives you all the information. This is the form which is being published by the OSHA. You can see here Department of Labor logo. It was issued by Department of Labor. So in America, if you are going to have any accident, you are going to fill this format. And this is common for all companies because it is from the ministry itself. So in case of accident and injury, we need to submit this report. Then there is also a detailed report format available. After this information, basic information, you are required to go for the detailed report. Sometimes OSHA will say that we will be coming by ourselves to check further, to make the further investigation, or you need to hire an independent consultant who can make the investigation on our behalf, and then we will be accepting their reports. Sometimes, if you don't have the major injury available, then you will just maintain the log. So OSHA form 301, OSHA form 300, OSHA form 300A, OSHA form 300B, these are all forms available on internet. If you just go to Google and write OSHA form 300A, OSHA form 300B, you will get these forms free of cost. There is no charge. So those companies in Kingdom who don't have the format available for accident reporting and accident investigation and accident log, they can just follow format. They can just download the same form and just put your logo instead of OSHA logo, and the form is ready for your company. No need to reinvent the wheel, right? And if someone asks, it might be possible that your management can ask that from where you have taken this form. So you have a very authentic resource available, which is OSHA on website. So you can say that I have taken this form from the OSHA, right?
Right.
You want to make customization in this form, you can make the customization. It's up to you. Nobody is going to ask you. Okay, but the basic format you can adopt the same or similar to the same. So your assignment, write your homework. You will submit the form 300. You will submit the form 300A, 300B. OSHA form 300, OSHA form 300A, OSHA form 300B. Just download and share on the WhatsApp group so everyone can get the idea that how it works. But I would suggest that you should do this exercise by individual so you can read this form as well. Here we are not going to discuss. Our OSHA course does not include the topic of accident investigation, so we are not going to tell you how to fill this form. Accident investigation is a part of IOSH course, right? So let's move to the next slide. You can see that this is the new system they have started. Explain whenever the worker is injured. If it is a fatality, we need to report within 8 hours. If it is not a fatality, then we need to report within 24 hours. And if there is no hospital case and it's only an amputation, so then we need to just maintain in our register of OSHA injury log. No need to report to the authorities. Clear?
Yeah.
Any question? Okay, we will discuss this slide later on. Let's continue with this. OSHA inspection. OSHA also, as I told you, one of their mission is to make the inspection. So time to time, they are going to the companies. They are going to make the inspection of the companies and how they set the priority that which company is more important for them or which where they are going to inspect more. the first thing is to have the imminent danger. Imminent danger means immediate danger. For example, if the worker is working on 30 feet of height or 100 feet of height and he is not wearing the safety belt, so this is imminent danger. But there are 10 workers working at 6 feet of height, it is not the immediate danger, because if someone will fall from 100 feet or the 30 feet, definitely he's going to die. But if someone is going to fall from 6 feet, not necessarily that he's going to be dying. Imminent danger or immediate danger. For example, if you will make this mistake and khalas, you are going to lose your life. So if the OSHA will come to know any of those areas, so OSHA will make their inspection, right? And then we have the fatality and hospitalization case. If there is any fatality in the company, then the OSHA will come, they will do the inspection, they will check the investigation, or they will also do their own independent investigation. Worker complaints, for example, if the workers, they are going to complain about their employer, that their employer is not providing good health and safety requirements to them, so then they are going to take the actions, and they will keep the worker's name in confidential. Then they have targeted inspection, which is that a special requirement which has come, they are going to take the actions on them. They are going to check the implementation of the companies on this new or additional requirement. And after that, the last is the follow-up inspection. Follow-up inspections are those inspections which are being occurred when they have made the inspection first time, and they are going to give the findings. So to fulfill these findings, to close these findings, they are going to make the follow-up inspections. So this is a priority of OSHA inspections which are being done by them, right? Any question?
Sir, can you repeat targeted inspections?
Targeted inspections are, simple words, targeted inspections are those inspections whenever there is a new requirement coming from the OSHA. For example, any amendment or any new version of the standard or clause is going to come. So just to check if they are meeting, the companies are meeting these new requirements, they are going to make the targeted inspection. This does not include the full inspection of the OSHA requirement. It will be focusing on only that new or particular requirement.
Understood. Thank you.
Any question, guys?
No question.
No.
Okay, very good. So just write your assignment from tomorrow. For tomorrow, you will be writing at least 5 responsibilities of employees and 5 responsibilities of employer. You can see this on page number 3 of your book. Rights and responsibilities. There are many rights and responsibilities available in the book, but you will just write 5 which you think are the most important. So tomorrow we will be discussing those. Okay?
Excuse me, Mr. Anas, can you again repeat?
Can you see the screen?
Yes.
So on page number 3 of your book, you will find 2 headings. One heading is about rights and responsibilities of employees, and other heading is responsibilities of employer under OSHA. Right?
Okay.
So there are 8 or 10, 11 points available for each of the responsibility. You will just take out 5 important points for both. Right? Just take out those 5 important points, and then we will discuss tomorrow those points. Clear?
Yeah,
Second,
clear.
OSHA 300 form, 300A, 300B. Yes.
What to do these 300, 300A, 300B? We have to fill it and send it on the group?
Yes, you can share on the group. These are the journal forms.
Okay.
I just want you to have a review of these forms. Even I can share with you, I have available, but I just want you to download it so you can review, and the things which are unclear, you can ask to me.
Okay.
So what time have we decided for tomorrow?